Hello, welcome. In this video we explain why did Menshevik lose to the Bolshevik leader. Lenin fled to Finland after a failed uprising against the provisional government in July 1917, often called the July Days. At the beginning of the month, the PG ordered new attacks on the Germans that most soldiers and sailors considered suicidal. They wanted an end to the war and marched on the Soviet leadership, Central Executive Committee, or TSIK, demanding that it take power and depose the provisional government. However, at this stage, the TSIK was dominated by socialist parties, Mensheviks, S's, that were pro-provisional government and pro-war. The rebellious sailors and soldiers failed to persuade it to take an anti-war position and to depose the provisional government, and returned to their barracks after several days. Lenin regarded this revolt as a mistake, as the TSIK had recently, June 1917, been elected at the First Congress of Soviets, where representatives of Soviets from all over the country had met up to decide policy. If he opposed the TSIK's pro-war and pro-provisional government position, he recognized the TSIK itself as the authentic leadership of the workers and soldiers, just as the PG was the authentic representative of the bourgeoisie, and did not believe that armed attempts should be made against it, as this was undemocratic. At this stage, Lenin favored a policy of strengthening Bolshevik influence in the Soviets generally in preparation for future elections at a Second Congress of Soviets. However, the Bolsheviks as a whole were blamed for the July uprising, and this uprising was presented as treason against the new revolutionary authorities, the provisional government and the TSIK. Lenin thus fled to Finland fearing arrest and assassination in July 1917, but his stay there was not long. Shortly after the July Days, an attempted coup from the left, a counter-coup from the right was attempted in which General Kornilov made his own military assault on the provisional government per terra secondii. Revolutionary leadership. The Bolsheviks played a key role in resisting this attack, despite being banned, and their role in the defense of Petrograd against Kornilov caused Bolshevik influence in the Soviets to rise markedly. At this point, with the Soviets increasingly supporting the Bolsheviks, who were anti-war, Lenin acknowledged that there was sense in the idea of the Soviets overthrowing the provisional government. Unlike in July, this would actually permit a change in policy, in other words an end to the war. This coup took place during the Second Congress of Soviets in October 1917. When Lenin returned to Russia from Finland, the Bolsheviks had already won a majority at this Congress and dominated the new TSIK. Troops attached to the Petrograd Soviet then arrested the provisional government and a new government answerable to the Soviet apparatus was formed of Bolsheviks and an anti-war minority of the SA party. In a word, the Mensheviks lost because they A. supported an unpopular war and B. lined up with the bourgeois parties on a host of other issues, frustrating the public, who looked to the Bolsheviks to change the situation.